Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am super excited about today's video. I'm going to show you how to do Etsy mockups when selling printables on Etsy. So this was a video requested from you guys, and I decided to show you guys how I find my mockups and how I create mockups for my Etsy products to go ahead and upload in my Etsy listing. So if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, consider subscribing. I upload weekly videos to help you build an impactful online business. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you could be the first one to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is where do I find my mockups? I buy all of my mockups on creativemarket.com. I will leave a link below. It is an affiliate link, so if you use that one, I get a percentage for you using it. But Creative Market has amazing mockups for pretty much anything that you need. So you could come to Creative Market. You could sign up for free, and then you would just pay for whatever mockups you need. You could just simply type mockups, and then you'll have a variation of all different type of stuff. They have t-shirt mockups. They have computer mockups. As you can see, they have iPhone mockups. They have milling box mockups. So they have pretty much everything. Stickers, frames, t-shirts again. They have bundle packages, which are very, very great because you'll save a lot of money. So as you can see, the list goes on and on and on. And these are all different types of mockups that you could use for your Etsy products. Now, if you're looking for something very specific, you could just come up here, and let's say you're in the wedding industry like I am. You could just type in wedding mockups, and you'll get a selection of different mockups. This is one that I currently own, and I'm going to show you a couple of the ones from here. This is 20 mockups using Photoshop. So keep in mind that when you are buying mockups, you want to make sure that one, you click on the one that you're interested. So if you see one that you like, click on it. It will give you more details. It will tell you what exactly comes in the package. So this one is 20 files. And then also make sure that you are aware of what type of format or what type of file you're buying. Some of them are just for Photoshop. Some of them is a combination. This one is a combination of JPEG, PDF, and Photoshop. So just keep that in mind, because if you buy something that maybe you didn't really need, like let's say you buy a Photoshop file and you don't know how to use Photoshop, once you purchase that, because this is an instant download, there's no refunds. So you are pretty much stuck with the file. So just keep that in mind. Always check, what do you need to use this with? Is it a regular file that you can use with canva.com? Is it a regular file that you can use with Adobe Reader? Is it Photoshop? Is it Adobe Illustrator? It just depends. But just make sure that you look at that. And if you have any doubts about the licensing, make sure that you also either reach out to the buyer and ask them questions or read the terms and conditions. It's really important that you make sure that you read everything, you understand what you're buying and how you could use their products, okay? So once you decide, on which mockup that you want, I'm going to show you through Photoshop. Now, Photoshop does have a learning curve. I'm not going to lie. However, I highly suggest, if you are interested in scaling your business to the next level, if you're interested, if this is going to be something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, and you know that creating items and being creative and using Photoshop is something that is a must, I highly recommend either taking classes for Photoshop, or doing like an online tutorial for Photoshop, or even Googling YouTube videos for Photoshop, but I highly recommend it. I can't tell you how much everything has changed for me ever since I learned Photoshop. Before that, even if you go back to my Instagram account, like from 3 years ago, you'll see that my graphic design was horrible. If you go back to my blog, like 8-9 years ago, my graphic design is horrible. So keep in mind that as you start using it, if you use it every single day, you get better and better and better. It is a learning curve, but once you know how to use it, I can't even tell you, it would change your life. It's remarkable. And majority of the stuff that you buy on Creative Market or any other platforms, they require, a lot of them require for you to know Photoshop. So just keep that in mind. It's a really, really good program to learn, because not only can you use it for mockups, but now you can use it for social media. You can use it for your own listings. You can use it for your Etsy banner. You can use it for your blog. You can use it for to create your own logos. You can use it to create your own business card, flyers, etc. The list goes on and on and on. So just keep that in mind. Once you decide which mockups that you want, there's so many of them. So just make sure that you go in here and you look up the mockups that you want. So for this video, we're doing printables because that's what I sell. But just keep in mind they have mockups for everything on Creative Market. So let's go ahead and dive into Photoshop, and I'm going to show you step by step how I do them. So make sure that you watch all the way to the end. That way you can learn something new. And I will try to be as specific as I can when I'm using Photoshop, in case you do decide to go ahead and start using Photoshop. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm in Photoshop right now. So this is one of my wedding designs mockups that I purchased for one of my stores. And normally what you do is you double click on the file and it opens automatically on Photoshop. So there's nothing else you have to do. Once it opens up on Photoshop, you have this section right here on the right side is different layers. So you have the section for the seal, which is right here. You have the envelope. You have the invitation card, and they're grouped by categories. So I'm working with the invitation card. So I'm going to click on invitation on the little arrow, and you're going to see this little circle right here. If you click there, it's going to open a new window. And this is where you would put your design. So I'm going to put my invite on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead. I already did a folder for it. And I'm going to upload my invite. So this is one of my invites here that I sell on my store that I created. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. I'm going to size it up a little bit better. So I'm going to push it up. Once you put your invite in here and it looks good, you press the check mark. And then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to press Command and S to save the file onto the invite. So now is layering the invite to the actual mockup. So you could close this window out, and there you go. Voila, here's my invite, as you can see it. So this would be a picture that I would use on my Etsy listing. But you see how beautiful it is? Now, if I try to take the picture myself and I print out the invite and I try to do the same setup, to be honest, quite honest, it does not come out this beautiful. I'm not good with product photography. Now, I have hired other people to do it for me, and I do have a light box that I use occasionally for my candle business. However, for my printables, for me, it's easier if I do something like this with a mock-up. Because if I try to do it myself, I'm going to have shadows. It usually doesn't turn out this beautiful, and this is so much quicker for me. And as you can see, it took me within 10 seconds to do it. And then all I do after this, once I'm ready and I like how it looks, all I have to do is save the file. I would just save the file. I could put invite. I would save it to my desktop as a JPEG. And then this is the file that I will use to upload on Etsy. And that's pretty much what I would do. But as you can see, it turns out beautiful. And a lot of the mock-ups that you buy, they come with multiple photos. So this particular package was the one I showed you earlier from Creative Market that has 20 different templates. Out of the 20, there's like 5 that's for invites. So what I normally do is I use all those 5s to have 5 pictures, 5 different pictures of this particular product. And then I do another picture, which is like a text image saying, click below to learn more about my products. I put another image, which is like promoting my social media. And if you buy from me, please tag me on Instagram and so on. But I just wanted to show you how simple it is. So this is for like an invite. Another one that comes with the package is the sitting chart. I sell sitting charts also. So as you can see, you just click on the file, it opens up on Photoshop automatically. And this sitting chart has two sizes. You could do the 18 by 24 and you could do the 24 by 36. Now in my shop, I sell more of the 24 by 36. So normally when I do a mock-up, I try to do the mock-up of the actual size that is the most popular in my store. I could always resize it for customers to a different size, but I always try to do the one that's most popular. And it's the same procedure, it's in different categories. I'm going to click on the one that I want to work on, which is this one here. And I'm going to click on the little circle. And I'm going to do the same thing I just did with the invite. I'm going to drop my file, which I already have saved here. This is my sitting chart. I'm going to drop it here. I'm going to give it a few seconds. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer to save because the larger files take a little bit longer. So just keep that in mind. If I like how it's centered, I'm going to go ahead and press the check mark. And I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to press Command and Save. And this is going to put it into the actual sitting chart frame. So just give it a few seconds. Keep in mind that larger files do tend to take a little bit longer. I'm going to close out this window. And voila, there goes my sitting chart. So this is what I will showcase people. I will put this on my Etsy listing as the product picture. And as you can see, it's beautiful. It comes out very beautiful, very clear. And it's a really great way to showcase your product. When people see this photo, you know, they get excited. They see and they're like, wow, it's so beautiful. Versus if I do it myself and print it out and try to be all cute and put it in a frame and try to take a picture, most likely it's not going to look like this. So for me, mock-ups are the best way to showcase my products. And to be quite honest, my product is my product. It looks good. It's just the presentation of it. It looks amazing. And that's what you want. Because if you want people to take notice of your products versus your competitors' products, you want to make sure that your photos are amazing. You want to make sure that when somebody looks at your photo, they feel some type of feeling. That they look at it and they say, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I want that for my wedding. And they click to buy from you. And that's what these mock-ups do. So you want to make sure you select beautiful mock-ups that are cohesive with your color and your branding and the type of style that you have. Let's go to a table number. So I kind of wanted to do a couple of different ones so you could see how easy it is. So this one also comes with the same bundle. It's a table number. And you're going to do the same thing. Once you click on it, this is the actual file that opens. And I'm going to click on the design. It says your design here. I'm going to click on the little circle. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get my table number sample so people can see how it looks. I'm going to drop it there. I'm going to align it to the actual picture because it's a little bit short. Boom. I'm going to save it. So Command Save. And I'm going to close out this window. And there you go. So this is a picture that I would use for my table number. As a, product presentation of it. And it comes out beautiful. Once again, if I do this myself, it's not going to come out this beautiful. And you could do the same. These mock-ups, you could do pretty much anything. You could do wedding stuff. You could do, if you sell printables like I do as well, you could use it for printables. And I'm going to show you one as well. So this is one of the mock-ups that I purchased also that I love. It's really cute and trendy. And it's the same concept. Is you click here to add the image that you want, the printable. So this one will be for my printable store that I have. So this is one of the designs that I actually sell. And I'm going to go ahead and measure it so it could make sure it comes out good. So that looks good. I'm going to press the check mark. I'm going to press Command and Save. As you can see, the steps that I've been showing you, it's just like 1, 2, 3 steps. It's not that many steps. So if you start with Photoshop just using it for mockups, I don't think it's going to be too complicated. Now, when you start creating products and creating printables, that's when the learning curve might be a little bit higher for you because you have to learn how to use all these tools here. But for the most part, what I'm doing right now is very simple. I'm probably doing like 6 clicks in total. So I'm going to close out this window and there it goes. There goes my beautiful print. And it's just so pretty. And they have so many of these. They have people holding the frame. They have the regular frames that you could put the picture on. But this is one of my favorite. It does really well for me. the click-through rate with this picture is a lot higher than the ones with the frame. I don't know if it has to do with just the aesthetic of it, but it does really, really well. So this is how it would look. And they also have iPhone cases. Like, so you could buy a mock-up of your phone and put a picture behind it as well. So I sell digital invites, which is like a text invite that you can send to people. And I'm going to show you how to do it as well. So this is the phone here. It's the same thing. You get a file, you double click on it. It opens up on Photoshop automatically. And then all you need, like I said earlier, click on the design. All you need is to have the file already pre-made that you're going to use as a mock-up. I have my file here. This is one of them that I sell. So it fits perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and press Command Save again. I'm going to close out the window, and there it goes. So when people are looking at this digital invite that I sell, they know exactly how it looks. And they could visualize it because they see it actually on the phone. A lot of people do like invites and they have like the invite without the phone, and people get confused. They don't know. It says digital invite and they don't understand what it is, or they don't understand it's an iPhone invite or like a phone invite, and they just see the actual picture only. But this way, there's no confusion. People are seeing it. This is how it looks when you text somebody the invite. It's a cheap way to invite people to your party without having to physically mail out an invite or print it out. So these are different ways. I mean, there's so many ways that you could use mockups, but I kind of wanted to show you from my wedding store that I do wedding invites and table numbers, sitting charts, etc. I wanted to show you how I do my printables with quotes, and I also wanted to show you something a little bit different, like a phone mockup. But there's so many other mockups. Like when you go in there, I actually also sell like banners, and I have banner mockups as well. So it just really, really depends on what you're selling. But as you can see, it's very simple to use. It's a simple process. Your items are going to look beautiful. And this is going to help you increase your Etsy sales, because keep in mind in 2018, Etsy did a survey and they said that 90% of buyers purchased strictly because the photo was amazing. That's what buyers were saying, that they clicked and purchased because of the actual product presentation of it, right? How the picture looked. They didn't look at the reviews. They didn't look at whether it's free shipping or not. They didn't see, they didn't look at the listing description. They didn't look at anything else. All they saw was the photo. It compelled them to click and buy. So just, keep that in mind next time you're doing your products, that maybe you might want to go ahead and invest in buying like a bundle package and using that to go ahead and showcase your products and get more sales at the end. At the end of the day, that's what we want. So I hope that this tutorial kind of opened you up to mockups, opened you up to using Creative Market to learn more about it. And on top of that, maybe learning Photoshop. I love Photoshop. If you guys want to see more videos about Photoshop, anything related to Etsy or small business, let me know. Leave a comment below and let me know, and I will add it to my to-do list and I will make a video on it. And I've also attached 2 videos right here in the screen on how to make money selling printables. So if you're interested in making passive income, make sure to check out those videos. Don't forget to like this video and share it in your favorite platform. Thank you guys.